After a week off, we are back at Happy Valley for a 9-race programme on a Wednesday night. Good card it is as well. I'm Andrew Lejeune. Good to have your company. Please say I'm joined here in the studio as well by our form analyst in Paul Lally and race caller Mark McNamara. And Mark, despite the fact we're deep into the season now, we've still got some nice horses turning up and a good finish to the programme.
We do indeed, Andrew. Hello to you and everybody. And with those horses you mentioned, like Eason, rewarding together going around at the back end of the program with Lucky Swayness as well and Flying Season. So following on from that win of Beauty Joy on the weekend, we should get some exciting racing on Wednesday night.
That's something else. And of course, all the trainers and jockeys title race still open. Paul, what are we looking at? First starters, jackpots, what do we got?
Oh, there's a ton of first starters throughout the card. Some have been in other jurisdictions, some are having their first starts here. So looking forward to that. But there's no jackpots. All the money was won last week, so we'll see what happens. But it looks like it's going to be a real even card throughout the whole night.
All right, excellent. And I'm sure even with a passing interest, you'd have seen Beauty Joy's win. If you haven't, go back and have a look at that. It really was something else on Sunday at Sha-Tin. OK, so this is meeting number 81 of the campaign. Luke Curry is the only jockey on the sidelines through suspension. He sits out the next two. We're on the B course for our 9-race programme. We kick off with a couple of Class 5s, then we get into the Class 4 action. We're going to look at the later races, races 7 and 9, a Class 3, and the final event is a Class 2. So the 7th on the programme. Class 3 over the 1,200 metres. We have the full field of 12 going to post, headed by Elon, John Sires, Caris Teaton from barrier number 9. Haven't seen him on the track since February. Attila Bagil, David Hall, Blake Shin. David had a winner, a big price on the weekend. He's been off the track since March. Flying Season, Manfred Mann, Zach Purton off a big Sha-Tin. 4 winners there for him. Nam Jong Sins was the winner 3 starts back, like that one in February, twice on the turf here at Happy Valley, and the all-weather at Sha-Tin as well. Got Jolly Goodheart for Banner Young and Harry Bentley. Probably rolled forward from barrier 7. Yo Beauty placed in his last 2, and then down to Super Mission, Ricky O'Matthew Poon from barrier 2. He was a winner in Class 4, 2 starts back, but not too bad in this grade last time either. All right, start with the speed map as we always do. Good, we're saying here, Mark, in the early stages. Where do they land?
Here's a lot of early pace here, Andrew, with Jolly Goodheart and Nam Jong Sings. They've ridden him forward and back throughout the season, but could be up and outside the leader in this. Good Luck is a horse that gets out of the gate quickly also, and from barrier 3 can get himself prominent. Flying Season, interesting, Paul. He's 4th. He starts, they have been very hit and miss throughout his career. He did trial around Happy Valley and jump well, so if he jumps like that, he can get himself into a good spot. But a number of speed horses in this race.
There is, isn't there? And look, Yo Beauty's the big query out wide there. Would they be tempted to go back? They haven't been going back the whole time, but look, if there's all that extra pace in the race, he's going to find it a little bit tricky, I thought.
OK, well, it's probably a good place to start then. Yo Beauty has been placed on his last 2 efforts so far, but where does he land this time? In form, Alexi Bedell will be in the saddle, and Nick was out at track work to catch up with him.
Alexi, Yo Beauty, he may not have won just yet in Hong Kong, but he's running some very good races in defeat. Might Wednesday night be the night?
Well, he's certainly going very well. He's been very consistent, and he's been good to me recently. I can tell the issue might be the draw, because I mean it's going to be difficult to start from this gate. He's certainly a horse that likes to go forward. He's a bit one pace, but it's all about having the chance to come across without using him too much.
I guess obviously the draw, the negative. I guess the positive, looking at his run a couple of starts ago, he actually had Lucky Swayness behind him, so he certainly comes in with form claims, if nothing else.
Yeah, of course. But he, on that occasion, he started from gate number 1 or 2, so it make a big difference, you know. I believe the pace should be okay in the race, so let's see what I can do.
Interesting, you said about him being a one-pace horse. I mean, he won over a mile in Ireland and was listed placed at 14, but do you feel 12 was possibly his best trip here?
That's a good question, but I think he wasn't very consistent in his previous start over 1400 in Sha-Tin, so it was probably the right move to go back to Happy Valley 1200 meters. Anyway, he showed consistency since that on this distance, so he's in very good form. He tries very hard. I mean, sooner or later he's going to win a race like that.
We've just seen the conclusion of the group race season, if you will, here in Hong Kong, Alexi. You've come out with top honours. Nice to get that win on the weekend on Tourbillon Diamond. You stayed loyal to him and you were rewarded.
Yeah, it was amazing, you know. It was a very tough effort from the horse, 132, handicap group 3. It's never easy to beat the bottom weight. And tactically, everything went on my favor. I mean, the pace was good early on, and I just decided to wait. I just moved a bit early, but the horse has been amazing because he just carried on. He put his heart on the track, and it's an amazing racehorse.
Just an overview of your season as far as obviously big wins go. I mean, you've come away, I think, with 8 group wins in total. Obviously, Wellington being the ace in the pack. I mean, you must be just really pleased with the way things have gone.
Yes, I mean, I knew I won quite a few big races, you know, I knew that, but I didn't expect to have 8 total. I just found out 2 days ago, and I think it's good. I'm very pleased and very grateful for all the support that I've been given. And during the season, you never look back thinking like, oh, how many races I have won. You just want to win more, and you focus on the next ones. So I think overall it's a good result, and I will try to keep going.
Yeah, great result to finish the season on, and hopefully enough to the off season and into next season, things can continue from there.
Yeah, I hope so. I'll try my best, you know, and try to avoid the suspensions as well. It's never easy in Hong Kong. It's a tough time, and I'll try my best to keep improving and do a better season.
Last horse we saw, of course, was Wellington. Be dreaming about what he can do next season, I am sure. One of Alexi's big rides this year. 2 Group 1s. We keep moving, though, Mark. Like That is who we're going to have a look at next, as far as his form is concerned. Seems to be quite versatile, all weather or turf.
Absolutely. He's actually a last start Happy Valley winner. That was 4 back. He's had 3 goes on the all-weather since. Draws out in barrier number 11, Paul, but the 3 runs on the all-weather good. Beat Lightning Bolt, placed behind Campione and Carling Master. So despite the fact he's drawn 11, he finds a spot in my top 4.
Yeah, look, he's been so consistent, me as well. Look, he's won 2, then he was placed in those all-weather runs. But last time he was at Happy Valley, he won, and he does like it at the Valley.
OK. Nakoni Canty, well, he's won here at Happy Valley already, Paul, as well, on debut. And this is a little bit better from him last time out, finishing in 3rd. Yeah,
he went off the boil a bit, didn't he? After that win, he went to Sha-Tin. It didn't really work from there. He's come back to Happy Valley. And then this start here, when he ran 3rd behind Be Ready, was good. He was taken back. And I think they'll probably do something similar with all his pace in the race. So he might get the race run to suit.
That's from barrier number 11 to that replay. Draws the rail this week, so on his Happy Valley form, he's in as well.
OK, all right. Back at the trials here, Mark, to have a look at Elon. We haven't seen him on the track since February. This was quite good, though, I thought.
He's been kept ticking over by John Syce. 4 trials since that last start on the 16th of February. And this trial has Apache Pass on his outside, who we know is a noted all-weather horse. Think you're more keen on him, Paul, in this race than perhaps I am, but John's kept those miles in the legs.
Yeah, look, he did win on International Night, Elon, at Happy Valley, so he does like it there. Another one I think will get the race run to suit. He's had plenty of work up in Chung for Elon. I thought the trial was good as well.
Still at the trials, Paul. Here's Attila Bagil winning his recent trial at Happy Valley.
Yeah, look, he looked really good. He was unlucky on debut in Hong Kong, then backed up with a nice 3rd. His last start was just okay, I thought, and that was at Sha-Tin. So I like the fact he's coming back to Happy Valley as well. And look, the trial was a nice, easy trial from him.
He was scratched on the 18th of May. He was lame in the left behind at the barrier. Zach wasn't happy with his action on the way down to the gate, so they withdrew him, but the trial would suggest there's been nothing wrong since.
All right, this is Flying Season. Mark, we're seeing him at the trials as well, just as they come out of the gates.
He wasn't absolutely brilliant out, but for him, he was good out. That's Mighty Valor leading, and he gets himself into a nice spot. He's a good horse, Flying Season. He ran 9th over the 1200 last time, Paul, behind Brilliant Way in a strong field. His 1,000 metre form is good. We've only seen him once over 1,200 metres, but he's a very promising type.
He does look good, doesn't he? And look, yeah, the 1,200, I suppose, is the little query for him. But look, he's been racing really well, and look, he's definitely another one of the chances. It's a really open race, this, and I thought the trial was very good. So I think the course is going to hold no problems for him.
Barrier 6 for him. Zach Purton jumps on board. He rides him for the first time in actual fact, and he. Paul is trained by Manfred Mann, who's, well, the stable's in pretty good form, and he's got probably a couple of chances, I'd have thought, on Wednesday night. Yeah,
he has. Look, Happy Sharing, I like the fact he's coming, he's down in the grade. He's been going well in sort of the lower grades there. 6 best friends improved a lot on his start 1 to start 2. Flying Season we talked about. Lucky Swayness is obviously a massive chance in the last.
Sitting on 29 for the season is Manfred. And Farm Bumper, even though he's a 1,000-metre horse, he actually was quite good last time over the 1,200 metres. So not big on numbers, but there's a few chances amongst them.
OK, right. What does the market say, Paul? Nakoni County, what do you think?
Yeah, look, I didn't quite get Nakoni County in, but I can understand why he's short. He'll get the race run to suit. I did go with Elon. Goes well fresh, gets back as well, and he's got a really good finish on him. Flying Season, that trial at Happy Valley we talked about was good. I like that. He'll just need a little bit of luck from his wide draw, but he's been super consistent this season. And the one I'm going to put in at a lightweight there is Super Mission. I liked his win 2 starts ago here at Happy Valley, beating Hercules, and then the run behind Rising from Ashes, I think is very promising, was good last start as well. So he goes in there for 4th. So 1, 3, 5 and 12 for me.
Like Flying Season, as long as he hasn't got his barrier antics at the start of the race. His trial, as Paul said, was very strong around Happy Valley. Just the question mark over the 1,200 metres. He's a 3-year-old, but he's been good enough to win 2 from 5 with a couple of placings as well. He's on top to beat number 12, Super Mission. Good draw. Fairly good record too over the 1,200 Happy Valley. 3 starts for a 1st, a 2nd and a 3rd. Nakoni County from the inside and like that from the wide draw. 3, 12, 6 and 5.
3 and 6, the cue for me there in the 7th as well. Flying Season off that trial and Nakoni County to improve from that better draw. Next up for us, we're going to look at the final event, see if Lucky Swayness can continue his excellent season. He's won 4 of his 5 starts so far this campaign, plus all the best bets. That's still to come. Racing in Hong Kong heads back to Happy Valley on a Wednesday night for a 9-race program. We're up to race number 9 as well. This is a Class 2 contest over the 1,200 metres, the only Class 2 of the night, and a super lineup as well. With 12 horses heading to post, headed by Keep You Warm, who made a mess of a really good field last time out. Lucky with You finishing second, beating 2 lengths Zach Purton from barrier 9. Voyage Warrior possibly roll forward from 5. Handsome Bobo, 2-time course and distance winner, but he's 0 from 5 starts so far this campaign. Unlike Lucky Swayness, who's won 4 of his 5 starts, was winner at Shartin over the 14 last amount, drops back in trip. Warning Together's had a good season as well, winning 3 times, but Lucky not so much. Won twice last season, but he's been last twice in 2 of his 3 starts this campaign. Sunny Boy coming off the all-weather in a last start when Easton's won 2 of his last 3. Season of Moments had a good campaign as well with 3 wins under his belt. Family Folks up in class. He is a 3-time course and distance winner himself. So back to the speed map here first up, and a really good lineup, Mark. Who does well out of the gates?
We've got East and Andrew. He did some early work last time. We'll see that soon. He's got a better draw this week, and Rewarding Together, he'll come over outside of him. You'd imagine, Paul, being stablemates, they're hardly going to cut at each other right through. Lucky Swayness, a big winner. Handsome Bobo is a horse with early speed too, but maybe not quite enough to cross the other 2, and he can be hit and miss out of the barriers, Handsome Bobo. Poor old Master Montaro, wide draw again, it's going to have to do it tough again.
Yeah, this is the thing. He could probably slot back in, Master Montaro, but he's such a big horse. I think they'd rather just let him have clear air out there. Seizing the Moment gets back, Explosive Witness. That's one thing we know for sure. Those 2 will go back. Sunny Boy was forward last time, but I don't think he'll be forward this time. That was on the all-weather.
OK, all right. So a bit to get through as far as the replays are concerned here. Let's head back to track work, though, first. And Nick now catching up with Frankie Law.
Frankie, the final race on Wednesday night looks a pretty hot contest. You've got a couple of runners. If we can start with Rewarding Together, he's just been in super form, this fellow.
Yes, he's this season he really good form. He draws 7, and yeah, he more easier. If you get the cover, I think he's good. Yeah.
What about the return to Happy Valley? I mean, last time he ran such a big race at Shartin, but you've come back to the city circuit this time.
Yeah, I think Happy Valley Shartin doesn't matter for him. He's a very honest horse, easy to ride.
And just on the run last time, he was beaten by Winning Dreamer, who we know is a pretty handy horse. So I guess coming into the race, he's got some of the strongest form.
Yeah, I think Winning Dreamer, everyone knows before he's a really good horses, except he got some problem. And then, but last time he's won a really good race. So I think he also got a really good chance.
You've also got Easton in the race as well. Just from your point of view as his trainer, were you a bit disappointed with his run last time?
Last time, I think you can see Vincent ride him at the turn 6-7 deep, I think too wide. And because last time his first time go up to Class 2, and this time he got a draw 1, should be much better, and then also draw on.
And how have both of them worked, Frankie, leading up to this race? Have you been pleased with their track work?
Yeah, both really good in the form, yes.
We've just seen Master 8 trial here this morning, Frankie. He looked to trial really well.
Yes. We ready for 1st of July, yes.
Okay, and obviously just on the stable form, of course, there was a double on the weekend just gone, so you're keeping up the momentum nicely.
Yes, I hope I can keep win a race. Every meeting should be better for me.
That's what he needs to do, keep chipping away, keep 1 or 2 in front of John's size, but it's still a bit to go yet. We can have a look at that race that Eason was in that he referenced here, guys, as well. Keep Your Warm's the winner. We'll take it from the gates. So Keep Your Warm's coming out of barrier number 4 here. The other ones to look out for, Mark, we've got Explosive Witness. He jumped from barrier 10, but we know he goes back. Voyage Warrior, he jumps out of barrier 9. He's covering ground. McLucky's down on the inside, and the other one is Eason here from barrier 7. We just saw sort of what a wide run they get, but same thing possibly happen again this time round, does it?
Quite possibly. Eason's got a better draw. He's down in barrier number 1 this week. We've got Keep You Warm going from that lower draw out to 9, and Voyage Warrior, Paul, he jumps from barrier number 5. He has had a run since at Sha Tin, so this is from barrier 9. You can see the work they've done around that first turn, and Voyage Warrior gets left hung out there wide. Eason nearly has the opportunity to get in. Looking, just can't quite get there and has to be ridden forward again. So the early work telling him that he was forced, as Frankie said, very wide around the last turn.
Yeah, so both of them had clear excuses in this race. Voyage Warrior was a little bit disappointing when there was a lot of money on him last time. Now, Keep You Warm got perfect ride. Everything went well for him. He's the one that's drawn out in barrier number 9, so he's the one that's going to need luck this time. Eason's drawn barrier 1. It's going to take luck out of the equation, I thought.
You saw Explosive Witness rattling home as well. So we switched from Happy Valley to Sha Tin, Paul, but he does have good Happy Valley form as well. This is Lucky Sweynesse.
Yeah, look, he came here to Sha Tin for the first time, in fact, and I must admit, I wasn't too sure how he was going to go at Sha Tin, but he obviously went pretty well and did win really nicely. Look, he'd won really well in his 3 runs leading up. Then he ran that third behind Astrologer. It was just slightly below par, but winning this shows he's right back to it. This was a good field, and look, there's no reason why he can't win this again.
And that's Navas too, who just misses him on the outside. Lucky with you further back in the field there as well. And you can see his stats at Happy Valley, 4 starts for 3 wins and a placing. And that win was over 1,400, where he was getting a little tired. He's going to love coming back to the 6 furlongs on Wednesday night.
And the defeat came on a yielding surface. You couldn't completely blame that, I don't think, because he'd won on a yielding track as well. But, I mean, it's outstanding, isn't it? 4 from 5 first up for the season. What about Mark Master Montaro, the drawer, a possible sticking point for him?
Absolutely. He's a funny old horse's Master Montaro. He's actually won 3 in Hong Kong, and he's had some bad luck and some bad draws and things go against him. Barrier 11, Paul, is going to make it very tricky. He actually has trialled at Happy Valley. His first trial in Hong Kong was around the valley, and he looked to handle the track okay, despite the size of him. So he doesn't make the top 4 because you just don't know what you're going to get from him.
Yeah, exactly. And look, he is a big horse. We know that. And Happy Valley can trip some of these big horses up at some stages. As you say, the trial was okay, but first time under lights, I'm happy just to watch.
Seizing the moment, 3 wins this campaign, 12 starts. Paul only out of the top 4 twice.
Yeah, look, he's coming back to Happy Valley, which I think he's a lot more suited. He went to Sha Tin last time, down the straight 1,000. Back to 1,200 at Happy Valley is more his go. So, look, he's definitely another one of the chances.
Yeah, I don't mind him at all. And as Paul said, the 1,200 metres suits. I think we just overlooked that 1,000 metre performance at Sha Tin last time. And he was very good beating Be Ready. He's had a good season, having won 3 races.
Up at Chung Fa Mark at the trials, handsome Bobo. Did you like what you saw here?
I did like the trial. I just don't know where he's going to end up in this race. He's a horse that's been good enough to win twice over the 1,200 metres at Happy Valley. Harry Bentley rides for Danny Shum. That's Mr. Ascendancy. He gets past. They've streeted the rest here, Paul. He is capable on his night, handsome Bobo, to upset a field like this, but you have to take him very much on trust.
And he does miss the start as well. Look, I couldn't have him. I think this is a very strong field. If he does everything right, then he could be in the finish, but there's a big if there.
Yeah, Mr. Ascendancy ran 3rd in a really good race on the weekend at Sha Tin. Lucky Sweynesse favourite, Paul? Yeah,
I'm with Lucky Sweynesse as well. Coming back to Happy Valley, he's proved he could. He's bounced back to form with that really good win at Sha Tin. Eason from an inside draw. Rewarding Together's been consistent, and Keep You Warm was such a dominant winner last time. 5-10-7-1.
Pretty similar to Paul. 5 goes on top, and that is Lucky Swayness. More than proven course and distance, rewarding together. Same boat as Lucky Swayness. Easton a better draw and seizing the moment if the pace is on. 5, 7, 10 and 11.
I can't believe the price of Keep You Warm at the moment. 15 and 5 a place. So take him against the favourite Lucky Swayness. It is a very good race though. 9 races on the programme. Paul, who wins them?
Yeah, we start off with a couple of Class 5s, quite like Go for Tea and Cigar Buddies in the first couple of races there. Circuit 7, I think he can go the front and lead all the way. I've got a few front runners here. Pleasant Endeavour was a strong winner at his last start. Above All's won his last couple. And Packing Award, gee, he's been going so well this season as well.
He has. So of those 9, who do you mark down as the best?
I'm going to go with Pleasant Endeavour. I think he can go 2 in a row. Pleasant Endeavour was a nice win, and he's got a similar draw. I think he'll get a similar run. So he's still well rated. Race 4, number 2, Pleasant Endeavour. And Circuit 7, Alfred Chan aboard, takes some weight off his back. He's trialled well recently, and see if he can come up an each way price. We'll do the play in Pleasant Endeavour's race. Race 4, QQP 1, 2 and 9.
Well, race number 5, Blissful Star is overdue for a win. He's coming off placings behind E-Legend and also Kairos Unicorn. So placed last 2 course and distance, and he looks ideally suited here. Perfect Peach 30 to 1 last time from a wide draw. Draws better in Barry number 5. Going his first few outings in the play. Race 5, Fearless Fire, Blissful Star, and the light-weighted Amazing News.
Best, I found it tough to be honest this week, but Vamos, race 6, number 6. He hasn't won yet, but good third from him last time from a good draw. Hopefully we can get involved there. And Baron Z, unplaced in 7, was making up some ground last time. That caught my eye there, so hopefully he can continue his improvement. And above all, 6 best friends in Vamos in a QQP in race number 6. And don't forget, of course, you can find a preview for each and every race on the website, the audio video section, hkjc.com. Quick backup for us, Mark. We're back at Chartin on Saturday. Looks a good programme there.
It does. Dual course racing, Beauty Live, Voyage Bubble all goes round, not against each other. Navas 2, amongst others, the Golden Scenery, Bazinga. So some promising types Saturday too, Paul.
We always get a few strange results on a Saturday as well, so there'll be plenty of good betting opportunities for everyone.
All right, and some good horses trialling Tuesday morning as well, with a couple of Class 1s still to come this season. But that's the show. Thanks for watching. Hopefully we'll see you at Happy Valley on Wednesday night, and we will be racing to win.